For the last week, we've been running a kind of chain I've been curious about for a year, and we just got it in. Like I said, we've been running it for a week now. It's this new Stihl Hexa chain. It's got a unique shape and design to it, and when I first heard about it, it's been over a year ago, Stihl talked about how it was supposed to cut faster, last longer, easier to sharpen just because of the shape and the file. Now, normally we run the RS36 square chain, and all we've really got to sharpen it with has been round files, and it's been a pretty big inconvenience to sharpen. I mean, it can be done. I'm not the world's greatest sharpener. I know some of you guys out there sharpening, 3/4 pitch chain with a toothpick because you're that good, but I'm not that good. But let's take a look at this Hexa real quick. So this here's what it is. Like I said, it's the Hexa chain, and the reason they call it Hexa, it's on this 661 here. Like I said, I've been cutting with it, and you'll see later in the video some cutting videos with it. But let's look at the chain configuration here, how the shape of it, kind of that hex design on one side, if we can zoom in there. And it's a square tooth chain, and it takes a special file to sharpen it. Again, the file is shaped like the teeth, so it's a little easier to sharpen than the RS36, I think. And overall, I think the chain cuts better. I think it cuts faster. And like I said, I've been using it for a week. I wanted to use it for a while before we come out with a video on it. But especially where I notice it's faster is when you're cutting with the grain of the tree. It seems like the RS36 cutting against the grain, which we've got RS36 on this 661 here. It's just a square tooth. No, I lied to you. That's Hexa there too. They've put Hexa on that one already. Regardless, one of those 661s back there has got a RS36. But where I see big improvement is cutting with the grain of the tree, where the RS36 had trouble, or it didn't cut with the grain as fast. I didn't think. Against the grain, cuts awesome. Now this stuff here in the video today, the later clips, it was starting to kind of dull up a little bit. And initially that's kind of why we stopped cutting late in the day. Yesterday is we were quite a ways from the truck. It was getting dull, so we just shut her down for the day there about 3 o'clock. So, but I'm going to touch this up real quick right now, and that way it's ready to go for tomorrow. And yeah, like I said, it's good chain. We like it. I'm really happy with it. I like how it cuts. I believe it stays sharper longer. The best thing about it is I've sharpened them a few times already. These things are I think they're super easy to sharpen. File just fits right in here. Simple as can be. Everything fits like it should. Doesn't take long to put an edge back on the chain. Again, what I like about this chain and the file here, I hope you can see it because I'm not looking through the file. We're gonna start an odd place just for video's sake. I like it. It just fits right in here. And it seems like just a couple passes and we're right where we need to be. Everything fits down in there good. It's just like you're hitting a precise hit each time you drag the file through there. And it just, like I said, it's simple. It fits in there. I think Stihl finally did something right here. I tried the Husqvarna X-Cut chain a year or so ago, maybe 2 years ago, and it cut good. It was a good chain, but like this stuff here, I don't think it cut as good as this Hexa. And I know this Hexa is a lot easier to put an edge back on. Again, just going over the teeth here. Super easy to sharpen, I think. I think it sharpens a whole lot quicker than RS36 or a round tooth chain. And it's aggressive. What I like about it, when I make my face cut for my hinge, you just zip right down through that face cut going with the grain of the tree. Come back, put your notch in it. You're cutting trees a lot faster, and it seems to wear a lot longer too. We're cutting in some pretty abrasive stuff in the hills where there's a lot of sandstone, sand and sediment in the soil, so that stuff's really abrasive on our chain. This stuff seems to handle it really well. Like I said, again, easy to sharpen, and it's all about time, guys. I mean, I know there's guys out there watching that, you'll just run your chain in concrete and you'll take the time to sharpen it. For me, I'm not about that. I'm all about time and time management. The fact that you can sharpen a chain better than anybody else, that's awesome. But for me, the quicker I can get a sharp chain going and back in the woods cutting and putting timber on the ground, that's the name of my game right there. We're all about time and production. The less time we spend doing something like sharpening a chain, getting back to cutting, the better off we are. And I think that's what this hex is all about. Kind of zoom in and see those teeth. Good stuff. Stihl really did something right here. Enjoy the video.